Alright, so what started all this for me is actually not the drift knuckles. The drift knuckles are an added bonus for me. What actually started the whole process of tearing the front end down is because I have two lights that are popping up every single time that I crank my car. I have a service ABS and a service traction control system light that come on. And so the problem is not the knuckle. My original GM OEM knuckle is just fine on Maggi, except I'm going to get better turn radius from these parts from Parts Shop Max. But the problem is not the knuckle. The problem is actually this guy right here. And this guy right here is the hub. So if you know your Corvette C5, what you know is your wheel speed sensor is built right into the back of the hub. There's the plug. This is where we're going to plug this up. And this is what makes traction control happen. Even if you want to turn your traction control off and go into fun mode, the Corvette C5 is going to give you all kinds of grief and say there's a problem with your system, the computer doesn't know what's going on, and it's not because there's a problem with the bearing. The bearing in Maggi is just as good as this one. This is a sealed bearing. This is a true bearing, not a needle bearing. It's all sealed, it's all greased. It works just like it did 20 years ago on my Corvette. So unless you're doing a lot of really rough track days, or you end up with contact where this bearing gets damaged, this unit's going to service the life of the car. It's not the problem with the bearing or the hub. It's the wheel speed sensor. It's the electronics. And it's true that these can be rebuilt. There are several videos out there. You could rebuild these yourself. Wish that I had more time and more tools in my garage to be able to do this. I work every day, so I can't do that. I had to go buy the part. And Moog is one of many. I looked at Moog. I looked at Timken. There's a race company out there that has a great upgraded bearing for the C5 as well. Do your homework. There's great products. You got to pick something that's in your budget. I will show you one thing that I did not know when I bought Moog, and it's really super small. If you don't look close, you can't see it. Hopefully you can see it here. I wasn't super happy to discover this. Hopefully you can see that. Not super happy about that. Again, American company, Federal Mogul, but you can see where this product is made. So just be aware of that. I did not know that when I bought the product, but it is what it is. I have to have this for my traction control to be able to turn off and go into fun mode, and I'm looking forward to that. Again, I'm putting this together with some upgraded components. I look forward to putting this together with the Parts Shop Max Super Drift Angle Knuckles here. It's going to go together just like that. And I'm looking forward to that improved turning radius that's going to come from this upgraded part. Try not to drop that hub and show you all of the milled out parts here with the hub. So wheel speed sensor coming right through, built into that unit. It's going to plug right up, OEM. Built-in ball bearing, brand new, ready to go. And we'll pick up some new end links for steering. And we will be set. We'll be set, and I'm probably going to get out there and do a little bit of drifting thanks to upgraded components. That's not the only upgraded component we're going to do. Again, while you have the labor going on, strongly encourage you to take a look at other parts. I take a look at what is involved in this, and I'm going to have to take the front end apart. So I'm looking at all those rubber bushings that are 20 years old. They're worn, they're dry rotted, they're taking a beating now that I'm driving around on the tracks when I can, driving in the mountains as much as I can. And I want that suspension to go ahead, not only to get my money's worth, but to be a lot safer and more responsive. So picking up some Prothane parts for the Corvette, I'm just thrilled that all these materials, all these parts are available for a 20-year-old car. It's awesome to find that in the aftermarket world. If you've ever dealt with antique or old cars, you know how tough it can be to find stuff. Let's take a look at this real quick. Just want to do a quick box open on the Prothane. If you haven't seen these, all these bushing kits can be bought from various vendors and sources all over the internet. Easy to find, eBay, Google it, your favorite vendor, and basically we're talking about replacing your worn rubber bushings with some upgraded polyurethane. Prothane, super firm, rigid material, going to replace all your components. And you can see box full of bushings for days. They're providing, again, a little bit of grease here so that those parts will go into the car just a little bit easier. But this is going to be a nice upgrade to rebuild the front end for Maggie. So looking forward to putting all this together. I can't wait to see how the car is going to drive. Put all the pieces together and probably get out there torturing the car and break something else, and we'll do it all over again. Be safe out there. Again, don't let your car be a garage queen. Those cars are driven. They are best when they are driven. We'll catch you next time.